Hey guys, what's going on? It's mine here, just bringing you another LEA run that I did with a different weapon, the Abyss Glance. I think I did this run in about 16 minutes and 34 seconds. Once again, just showing you that you can do these meta bounties without using Primal Rage or Boom Boom, or whatever the current meta is. I'm going to walk you through the build really quick. As you'll see, I really don't have any crazy god roll mods with this build. I kind of just slapped this together off of a whim, and I really haven't tested on how to milk out the maximum damage with this yet, purely because it worked for me and I had time to spare. So I'm gonna walk you through it, starting with the gun. I'm rocking rapid shot style with double elemental damage. As for the mod, I have Vortex Multiplier with element damage, magazine capacity, and as you can see, I have normal enemies and head damage reduction, which really aren't my favorite. I'd rather have great ones or something like that, but the reason I'm using it is because it is Vortex Multiplier, and you definitely notice that extra 10% damage and that extra Frost Vortex. So I would recommend using this if you have it. As for the secondary weapon, we're rocking the Bingo. We have the rapid shot style calibration on this one with double weak spot damage. The mod for this one is vulnerability amplifier. For this set, I'm rocking 4-piece shelter with 1-piece Bastille. My key piece is the Frost tactical vest, and I really like the ice spikes and the damage that they do. However, I'm very curious about rocking the Stealth Walker wrap, purely because this gun, for me, the weapon damage is really bad. So I was having a lot of trouble when the ads would walk out of the vortex. It would take me a long time to shoot them and kill them with the damage I was doing. So I'll probably unlock this and try it out at some point, but if one of you has this and wants to try it, let me know what you think. Going back to the build though, we'll start with the helmet. We're rocking Deviation Expert for that extra fire rate and that status damage. You really don't notice the range with this gun, so I wouldn't worry about that too much. And as you can see, we do have element damage and status damage on this one. For the mask, we're rocking Obliteration, Frost Vortex, so we have that extra Frost Vortex damage and Frost damage. Once again, not a god roll at all. Don't have gold on Frost Vortex or the Frost damage, and we actually have normal enemies on here. I would like that to be great ones again, but I'll have to farm at some point for those. For our gloves, we have Elemental Overload for that extra element damage, and we also have great ones and status damage on here, so this is one of the nicer mods that we have. For our shoes, we're rocking Covered Advance, element damage, great ones, and status damage on this one. Not too bad. For our pants, we have Elemental Resonance. This one, I have gold status damage on it. I put that on purposely because I was trying to even out my status damage and my element damage. So once again, just kind of apply that to your own build as necessary. And then for the chest piece, I have Rejuvenating with element damage and magazine capacity. Once again, head damage and elite enemies. I'd like some great ones, but I'm gonna have to grind for that. I like Rejuvenating. This is a personal preference, just because it seems to keep me in that threshold for the extra weapon damage on Bastille. How much it helps with this build, I don't really know, but like I said, it's just a personal preference for me. I'm also rocking the long axe, but I'll be honest, I don't have it calibrated, and I wasn't using Fortress Warfare at all for this run. As far as the tools I was using, I had some Spectrum generators, quick activators, quick long-acting activators, stardust regulator, and the all-purpose hand. And I had some sanity gummies too. I will say the biggest thing for me was the spectrum generators. This helped a lot because normally, as I explained in the last video, I use these more defensively. I'll pop one and I'll use that time to get across and start working on another securement unit. Or I'll use that time to reload, reset, take a heal, whatever. So I use them more defensively. With this gun, I definitely was using them a little bit more offensively, because when they would move out of my frost vortex, I would pop a generator, and what that does is it has them stop in their tracks. So at that point you can start shooting them again, and there's a couple seconds where they won't start moving after you come out of stealth. So during that time the vortex would kick up, and that damage would help me kill the groups of enemies that you'll see. I might point that out later, or you might just see it for yourself, but yeah, these were definitely a big help for me. As far as the food items, I used a whimsical drink and a canned minty meat. And for my whims, I'm always rocking Utter Delight, Featherweight, the Weaver, Arrow Leap, and Living Armor. So yeah, I think that about covers it. The other thing I will say is I was using a snow sprite this time, whereas normally I prefer the wolves, because the wolves distract the enemies, and when she fires off her crystals at the end, a lot of the time they will go to the wolves. However, with this gun, the snow sprite really boosted the frost damage, and it's too much to ignore. So it really helped with destroying the enemies and boosting damage on the bosses themselves. So I would recommend using a snow sprite with this one if you have a good one. But yeah, I think that's about it, and I'm gonna show you guys the run now. I hope you all enjoy it.
This is the research facility. Now, if our informant was correct, there's likely to be strong resistance up ahead. Stay alert and keep moving.
These two lab rats have so much untapped potential.
I quite agree. Take them to the raw materials. Separate.
So it's true. They are experimenting on human subjects.
touch my samples! Feel the wrath of truth! Don't allow intruders in my laboratory! My data! My samples! My research! You ignorant fool! You will never understand the beauty of Stardust! Fragments of Eve's memories are growing stronger. Stay alert. Well, that takes care of Dr. Mannheim. Kelly. He must have been taken somewhere else. Memory fragments lead right to this door. What is this place?
Here is a safe place. No one to disturb the children's dreams. Yes, here, right here. Kelly, my darling. Come to mommy. Kelly, my darling child. Rest now. I'm here. An uninvited guest. Tell me, do you dream? Because dreams are forever, you see.